Welcome back to Girls Unscripted, everybody. My name's Carolyn.
And my name is Kate. And on this week's episode of our weekly reality gab, we are talking about the name change of Jax's bar. We're talking all about the Real Housewives, the challenge. We're talking about chimpanzees and how I one time hit someone with my car. We talk about some random things this episode. We have a lot of fun. So let's get into it. We'll see you there.
Bye. I mean, hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Girls Unscripted. My name is Kate.
My name is Carolyn.
How exhilarating is it that we are back in our little studio?
Can you smell it? It smells like the studio.
I was wondering what that smell was.
That sure is.
We've got...
And El Labo.
What's that?
Oh my God, it's really embarrassing.
El Labo?
You ruined El Labo for me. The perfume.
What is that from?
You ruined El Labo for me, that song. Lay Labo. Oh my God.
Yeah, but okay, that does... I still don't know what it is.
We can't put it in there. It's too embarrassing.
What is it? What is it, though?
It's like smells.
Yeah, but what's that quote from?
It's some song. Wait, it's actually...
It is a quote.
It's a quote. I don't know where all it's from. I know the artist Caroline Cole. Follow her if you don't. She's very good. She's a pop artist. And that is a quote in one of her songs. But I know her from a random association. It's like, no, I don't think other people would know that.
I still have no idea what you're talking about.
But El Labo is just a bunch of... It's a fragrance store. It costs a whole lot.
Okay. Does it smell like that in here?
Well, I just realized I said it cost a whole lot. And that's embarrassing because that's why I...
Should we take a deep breath? Should we see we're back into the saddle. That's what you said before we started.
Kings out.
But no, it feels so good to be back here in the beautiful studio where we've got the smells and the mics and the light. Well, you know what my favorite part is about being here? Well, besides the lighting, because it does make me look good, I do love being able to hear myself in the microphone.
It is really cool.
Like with the headphones on, I feel very, very legit.
It is very cool. I thought you were going to say the Barnum and Bailey
There is
poster.
a gigantic Barnum and Bailey's mural on the wall that it is a bit of a shame that it is not ever shown
It's
here.
such a character for us in this plot, but not for you, and that makes it fun for us.
It makes me feel safe.
Yeah.
The elephants are like, you got this.
And then they're like, we should live free lives.
But they're like, but we can't because we're in the circus.
And then they're like, don't worry, there'll be advocates in the future type thing.
Yeah, but that didn't happen for the fence.
The elephant? Yeah, you're right.
They're not free.
They phased them out. You know how I know
that? Yeah,
that?
there's no elephants at the circus anymore.
You know how I know that?
How?
I put this on the list. We'll just start it right up top.
Okay.
Have you heard of Chimp Crazy on Max? Chimp Crazy. It's a docu-series.
No.
It's a docu-series that's getting a likeness to Tiger King. It's almost triggering
I've seen
in
a
that
TikTok
sense
about this.
because it does have such a similar feel because it's the same director. In fact, it's the same director. And because he was the director of Tiger King, these people didn't want to work with him. So he's having a proxy director like be the face.
Right. I heard he's essentially going like undercover to be able to do this.
It's so funny. And I think there's only one episode out. If there's more than one,
did you watch it?
I watched it, and it's on the list because I was like, oh, this is so random. But you know who one of the main like testimonies is in it?
Oh God.
Alan Cummings.
For what?
From the Traitors, because he used to work in a movie where he was like biffles with one of these chimps named Tonko.
Oh.
And so that's how he met Tonko, and he was like, I love him. And then he learned that Tonko wasn't living as great of a life as he used to. And so he was really involved with like making sure that he got a life. He was a famous face that people looked to for like chimp free.
Yeah, that is interesting to me because I do remember like just from working on shows myself, like when there's an animal in a scene, it's like the animals are so cute and you love them, and then they get brought back to where?
Exactly. And that was the thing. These chimps were ones that you were seeing in a lot of feature films, greeting cards. They had a pile of Hallmark greeting cards or American Greetings. I don't know the difference. But of like, if you see a chimp on it, it probably came from this place.
Interesting.
Yeah. And that's how I knew that elephants were phased out, because that was part of the background of story of animals.
It's actually so true. There's no elephants in the circus. There's no fucking lions in the circus.
Yeah.
What are we going there for? The bearded lady?
If that even is appropriate.
I don't think
still.
that's appropriate anymore.
I really don't think so.
Why do we
either.
even go to the circus?
I don't know what happens there. I've never been to the circus, actually.
Me neither, actually.
Only every time I come here to Barnum and Bailey's.
I've been to Cirque du Soleil.
Haven't been to that. It's on my bucket list.
Oh, dog, that shit was crazy. I cried. I went to it in Vancouver. I was crying while I was watching what these people were doing. It's just amazing. It's beautiful. They're telling a story with their bodies. It's amazing.
I mean, I actually do think that's very beautiful, but the way you were saying
I have never seen, I was giving a standing ovations after every single act. I was like, I love you. I was so fascinated. I went to all the performers' Instagrams after. I was obsessed.
It's your whole personality.
That's something about me. And I was just telling our friend Sydney about this because she is a writer at Entertainment Weekly and has a huge focus on the challenge. And I've been watching the challenge now. And I was saying I always ask her all these questions. And I'm like, when I'm into something, boy, am I into
you're all
it.
in.
I will listen to every podcast. I will go on everyone's Instagram. If I start watching Love Island, let's say I'm watching a season that's already come out, I actually don't even care to spoil who the winner is because I need to creep on their Instagrams at length. I need to know everything there is to know about the people I'm watching.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes you a good reporter.
That's a good point, actually. That's why we report the news
Report
here.
the news
But
every day.
I don't know everything, but I'm nosy.
You are a nosy bitch.
I'm really nosy.
A nosy fucking bitch. I'm just kidding. You're
That's
not
why it
nosy
still
at all.
pisses me off that Jax has me blocked, but that's neither here nor there.
That's a great segue, as we say in the biz, to what happened this week at Jax's. Or shall we say Britt's?
I think Britt's is a better name, but it's kind of would be confusing with British people. But basically, if you didn't see, so the Valley cast, more specifically, I think just Zach, Kristen, and Nia decided to throw a little surprise for Brittany, and they changed the name of Jax's to Britt's. And they say it's just a joke, but I don't think it's just a joke.
You think it's got legal backing to it?
Well, no, I think it is still Jax's, but I think they're haha, this is just in good fun. But for example, Nia, she posted a picture on Instagram and it's so passive aggressive, the caption, I think, where it says, Britt's Bar, just for fun. Such a fun night setting up this little makeover, blah, 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 whatever. We always say Britt's Bar, so why not make it a reality? You can vote below, winky face. All in good fun, by the way. And then there was a poll on if people would prefer it to be Jax's bar or Britt's bar. And everyone voted for Britt's bar. So it's sure, it's a joke and it's quote, not real. But these people are making it very obvious that they do not fucking like Jax. And I do think that behind closed doors, everyone talks about how much Brittany did for this bar. I mean, they kind of showed that on the show last season. And Jax is the one that gets all the recognition. And I'm sure that annoys them. But what makes this extra spicy, if you don't know, this is all happening while Jax is in a mental health institution.
That's the thing for me where I do pause because
it's a bit in poor taste.
It's a little bit in poor taste. But do I want Brittany to have Brits on that bar? Absolutely. And do I think it's great to have that happen while he's in a mental health facility? That's gonna get back to him. I know they don't have phones or whatever, but it gets back to them.
Someone said there was a meme that was Jax found out and he is trying his damnedest to get out of that mental health facility.
I'm sure
he's trying to break out.
Yeah, he is banging on the windows.
He is going to be so mad. I don't really blame him. I don't think it was Brittany. I mean, look, they were receiving a ton of backlash online too.
Okay.
I don't think it was necessarily Brittany's idea. And Zach did kind of clap back at some of this backlash and was Brittany has been through so much. We wanted to do something to make her feel special. I believe that, to make her feel special at the expense of Jax, even though Jax is a fucking douche, but while he is going through something supposedly so big.
Yeah, there are many things that we could do to make Brittany feel special. We could take her to get pedicures. We could take her to the movies. I don't know why I'm taking her on dates, but we can also write her nice notes.
Right.
It doesn't need to be putting her name on her ex or current husband's bar who's in a mental health institution.
Who you did agree that that's what the bar name would be.
And she was a part of it the whole way.
It should have been Jackson Britt.
It should have been
I
Jackson,
actually feel like that's a good name.
Meemaw's Cheese was in there. I mean, it was Britt's as well.
Carolyn was just looking up Jax's to see if we could go there after this.
We're going somewhere after this, and I don't know. Why not go to Jackson's?
Actually, it is open on Mondays because
I know, because we tried
karaoke.
to go like on a Wednesday once, and it was closed on Wednesdays. I'm gonna say that's false advertising.
Yeah, no, now it's open every day. They do karaoke tonight.
Today's the karaoke night?
Yeah. So
apparently it goes off the rails.
So, well, they have a bachelorette watch party at 8 p.m. and then karaoke at 10.
Oh.
The watch parties, though, kind of suck because it's really loud. I mean, it's literally too loud, but there'll be a lot of bachelor people there.
Shit. I would have like dressed up a little more.
We'll figure it out.
No,
you have to be cool when you're at Jackson's. Like,
I'm so cool,
yeah.
Kate.
You're dressed, like if you take the sweatshirt off, you're dressed up.
It's like a cute sweater.
Yeah.
I have like a trench. Anyway.
But yeah, Jackson Britt's. Basically it's just going to be a storyline on the show. It's going to be an episode, and I'm sure it's not going to be as big of a deal as people made it out to be. But I'm actually on the side of it's a little bit in poor taste, and I'm not quite sure about it. I need to know what you wrote on our shared sheet about Lala and Ariana.
Okay, I saw this on TikTok. I think it was Up and Adam, but we cover the news on our babes, so I just thought I'd put it in here. Apparently, it came back up. Apparently, every damn time.
You can't say it and not. Also, I saw a video of that guy recently. He's like 18.
No, he's a full adult.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He grew. Apparently, time works for everyone.
Apparently, it does.
Apparently.
Go on.
It came back up where Lala and Ariana, obviously, they're not in the best of place, especially if you saw the reunion. They didn't leave it on best of terms. But when asked about it recently, Up and Adam was saying that Lala said that Ariana had said something in the past, and it was back seasons ago when Lala's dad had died. And when she was acting very erratic, Lala was. She was having a bad season, and I think it got back to her that Ariana had said, your dad died, get over it.
I think she may have said that on camera.
She may have said that on camera as well. I think it was coming from a place where Ariana's dad has died, and she had to get through it. Now, again, was it said not in the best taste? I don't think anyone should tell anyone your dad died, get over it. But I don't think that's what she meant. I guess that's what she meant.
So wait, what's the relevance of this? This Adam guy was just like rehashing it?
He was rehashing it, saying that Lala today, it's a big reason why she can't get over her hurdle with Ariana.
I mean, I believe it. But I also think that there are some Lala apologists out there that will do anything to make her look good. And that's the reason Lala doesn't like Ariana, is because of this thing. It's like, that is really horrible. But also Lala like screamed in Katie's face that she was fat, and like you guys have all said shitty things to each other. Like, if you're gonna hold on to that one thing, I mean, that is a little different though. Death is a little different.
I know, it was weird that it was brought up, which is why I put it on here, because I was like, that's so random, but it must be of some news if Adam's reporting it. He reports the news.
Maybe Lala's been bringing it back up because she's been doing a lot of like Vanderpump Rules reminiscing on her podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like she did a whole episode of like Q&As where people were asking her questions and she was explaining things.
Oh, shit.
So maybe some stuff has come up and that's why she's saying that.
Maybe that's why.
I don't know. Actually, this is not on our list, but I just listened to a podcast episode this morning with Faith from Vanderpump Rules. Yeah.
Faith from Drive.
And she was also from The Challenge. So I was listening to her on a challenge-related podcast. And she was saying, the one thing that she said in this podcast that I thought was interesting, she had mentioned that she was only friends with Lala and James. Like, that's what she just kept saying. And then she said, a certain friend wanted to use Faith in order to get extra money on her contract, and then got mad when the storyline came out without her being involved. And I think that was about the Jackson Faith sleeping together thing.
Right.
Because Faith wasn't on the show
anymore. So she's insinuating Brittany?
No, she's insinuating Lala. I think that she's insinuating Lala wanted to use Faith and Jax as part of her storyline. So I think Lala wanted to was bargaining for extra money and said I have this info about Faith. They said no, and then it ended up coming out anyways because of James, I think. I don't even really know how it came out. James
It came out with the voicemail.
No, but that's not how it came out. It came out at that party
note.
where people were just like, did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear?
Yeah, and she played the voicemail.
Well, that was at a different, but who revealed the voice note is what I'm saying.
It was like, yeah.
Like James
party.
had it. I think James and Lala both had it. But basically, I just thought it was interesting that she was saying she was friends with Lala and Lala tried to use her to get extra money on her contract. That was the lines I was reading between.
But I thought you just said her one friend was Lala.
I did, yes.
Oh, so it's past tense.
Yeah, this was this was sorry, this was from like 2018.
Because you were like, that's all that she said was just James and Lala. So okay.
Yeah, this
so
was from like
no
2018.
longer.
Obviously, none of them are friends anymore.
Well, I don't know. Lala and James are still friends.
Well, Lala and James, but Faith, that bitch is out.
Stands the test of time.
She also said if she could compare any two challengers, like they asked her to like compare like Vanderpump Rules people to different challengers, and she didn't really have many, but she said Sandoval would be Johnny Bananas because they're both into themselves.
I don't agree with it.
I don't either.
I don't think I feel that.
I would almost say Jax would be like Johnny Bananas.
I was going to say Jax is Johnny Bananas.
She said Jax was CT, which I hard disagree with.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. And she said Katie is Veronica and James is Shane.
Well, okay, now I'm thinking about the Jax thing. I can see what angle she's coming from, but if I were to cast it, the rough around the edges, goat kind of feel... that is Jax.
I'd have to really like sit down in front of like
Me
a piece
too.
of paper with like a sheet of photos.
And that's the thing with the challenges. There's so many people from so many different eras. I mean, I'd really have to study this.
Yeah.
And like come with conclusions.
Be a
Maybe
fun
I will.
TikTok. Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun TikTok. Please do that.
Or you do it.
Or I do it.
Whoever does it first wins.
Yay.
All right, tell me about what's going on in the Real Housewives of Orange County because I feel like everyone is freaking the fuck out over it.
Are people freaking out over
Yeah,
it?
no, yeah. People are really fucking with it in a good way.
What the fuck is happening is all I have to say.
Okay, go on.
And I just lied because that's not all I have to say. I have to say, one, it's the first time in a long time that I think this is a good season, in my opinion.
I think that's why people are freaking out over it because it's really good. And also, even though I don't watch, I know like the big names. So you just talk and let me listen.
Right. Well, I'll just give you the lowdown of like the big drama. And we've talked about this a little bit. So you saw your good friend Alexis.
Yes, me and my friend.
At an event the other night. And
Her and John.
She's with John Jansen, who used to date Shannon Bedore. Shannon had a DUI where she drove into a house and it was not a good look. And she and John broke up. And John is now suing Shannon for $75,000, saying that she owes him that. Now that confused face is valid, Catherine. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because a big part of Shannon complaining about John these seasons and of us being like, John sounds like he sucks, dump John, is because she said she paid for everything. She's like, I paid for all the meals, I paid for all the trips, I paid for all the things. So apparently both are true. Shannon paid for everything, but John also paid for her facelift. And Alexis,
oh my God.
It's so stupid. But through all of it, Alexis is saying there's footage of the night of the DUI of Shannon that would ruin her life if she airs it. Now, I'm of the opinion that in a reality show, you cannot threaten footage if you have it. You got to show the footage.
Okay,
Just
fair.
show us the footage, Alexis.
Well, to me, if you're threatening footage, it means you don't actually have the footage.
I think she has the footage. I mean,
so what is she claiming the footage is of?
And she's saying it's going to ruin her life. You guys don't understand.
It's already fucking public knowledge. She got a DUI and ran into a house. What more could it be? Was she fucking naked?
Wait for it. That she almost ran over John's daughter.
Wait, did she run into John's house?
That's what I didn't think it was John's house, but now I'm like, was it John's house? Maybe it was John's house. Also seems irrelevant. It
real
was
quick,
a house.
Though, could you get in trouble if you almost hit someone, but you don't?
Legally, actually, I don't know legally. No harm, no foul is the phrase that came in my term. But like, what would it be? Negligence?
Maybe. I hit someone with my car once.
That's awful.
I sometimes forget
about that. Are you okay
about
that? What happened?
Well, I honestly forget about it all the time. And then sometimes
did you tap them or did you hit them?
I'm like, oh yeah, I hit someone once. Basically, it was a couple of Februarys ago and it was their fault. They were on a bicycle and I was pulling out of the Whole Foods in West Hollywood on Santa Monica and Fairfax. And I was making a right out of the Whole Foods. And there's a median in the road. So I physically could not make a left. So I'm not even looking to my right.
This is what scares me so much.
I'm only looking at the cars to the left waiting for my opening. As I turn, I fucking hit someone on a bike and he falls over.
Shut up.
And I'm like, oh my God. I like flipped out. I stopped my car and I run out of the car. And I'm like, because they were riding on the wrong side of the road. I'll just say that. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, what do you need? What can I do for you?
Flash before your eyes.
I kind of just felt like I will do anything this person wants me to do at this moment in time. I mean, I wasn't even going fast. I had like just taken my foot off of the brake. I didn't have
Tell me what you need from me and I will give it to you.
I literally was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I think they kind of realized they were in the wrong too, because it was like a young guy. It was a guy like my age and he was riding on the wrong side of the road. And he picked his bike up and he looked at, I was like, is your bike okay? Like, what do you need? He was like, everything's okay. It's fine. And I had on a Philadelphia Eagles sweatshirt because it was February and the Eagles were in the Super Bowl. And he just gets up and he looks at me and goes, I'm good. Go Birds. And then rides his bike away. Rides away. And I was like, I have never been so fucking happy to be an Eagles fan.
You must not have hit him that hard. It must have been a tap, a love
I
tap.
hit him so hard I turned him into an Eagles fan.
You know what people say? That's what bumpers are for. To bump into. You probably just gave it a nice little bump.
Yeah.
Although,
I taught him a lesson that day. Don't fucking ride on that side of the street ever again or it's going to happen worse.
Yeah. No, you did. And I bet you've saved his life, actually. Let's reframe.
I wonder if he thinks like about
He
that.
listens to the podcast. He reaches out.
Hey, so I'm actually a gabber and you were talking about me this week and you did change my life.
This topic has come up so much today. I was at the dentist this morning and my hygienist was telling me about someone else who hit two people and they almost died. I mean, LA. Anywhere. Apparently, pedestrian deaths are a big problem, actually.
I don't doubt it. Wait, also, the crazier part of that story is that you went to the dentist today and they didn't tell you had 40 things wrong.
They did.
Oh.
And you know what the fuck I said? I don't give a shit.
You said, la 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 la, I can't hear you.
No, they didn't say a million things are wrong, but they did say, I shit you not. She was like, did they talk to you about getting a gum graft on that one tooth? And I was like, no, she didn't say that.
They literally mentioned a gum graft. Is this the same dentist that knows what you've just been through?
Yes.
And wait, did they not just get you a gum graft?
They did. Well, I guess because it was going to be too much to do all the teeth they wanted to do. So now I know, trust me, I know this is like red flags all over the place. I'm changing dentists. I just need to figure out how to do it the polite way. I'm invested in these people. I like them.
I love my dentist though.
They're so nice that it's not the dentist's fault that I almost bled out during a procedure.
Yeah, but I think it's time I think you've outgrown them.
Yeah, and God.
I'm gonna recommend you to my dentist, Dr. Katie. She lets me watch reality TV while I'm in there.
See, that's what they have, a TV. I don't know why they don't like offer me this.
They're not your people anymore.
Yeah. Anyways, let's keep people alive. Okay, I'm of the opinion that if you say you have footage, and Alexis is putting on a show. She's got the waterworks going. She is being dramatic, and she's not very good at it. But if she's going to do all that, you got to show the footage.
Right.
Let us see what it is, because now we're having a he said, she said. Well, we're having a she said, and he said, because it's like, what happened? Who owes who money and for what and why? Also, to make this an even weirder situation, Alexis's ex-husband sued Shannon in the past for $300,000. And Shannon had to pay it.
For what?
It was so long ago, I don't even recall. But he sued Shannon and, surprise, Tamra. Both of them. And Shannon brings it up that she lost $300,000 to Alexis Baddour's ex-husband.
Well, Shannon's probably like, how much more fucking money? I've sent all their kids through college.
I don't know. It's very confusing. And of course, Tamra is back on OC. So man, if we were missing any fights in the gutter, she has brought the gutter back to our front door. I mean, she fights so nasty. Have you watched any of her stuff?
Well, you know what? I actually just watched the clip of her and Shannon at dinner. And people were kind of mixed about it because she was kind of interrogating Shannon about the drinking.
Yeah.
And Shannon was kind of defending herself and it's like, well, I have a handle on it, blah, blah, blah. And some people were saying like Tamara's being kind of a bitch and other people are like, she's holding Shannon accountable.
I think it's both, as I always do. I think it's an and I think Tamra wants to hold on to her orange because she lost it, remember?
I like that saying, hold on to her orange.
I think she's
That's
scared
cute.
She's going to lose it.
That's cute.
And I think she knows her gift is just to go in and cut deep. So she's just slashing where she can and where she feels authentic to her. And where that is that she's really pissed at Shannon for drinking a lot. I hope it's a genuine piss at Shannon for drinking a lot and not just like a storyline that Tamara needs to feed into this character arc of hers. But who knows? But all
Could
of this
be a
is
little bit of
happening.
both.
A little bit of both. And then Gina and Emily are both having great seasons as well. And by that, I mean, not for them, but for us, it's been fun to watch.
Okay, good for the viewer.
Yes, fun to watch. So I would say good for OC. I didn't think I'd see this day.
Let me ask you this. At you personally, do you feel sympathy towards Shannon? Like, what's your view on Shannon?
Okay. To use the quote, and I've misquoted this on this podcast before, I'm going to correctly quote it now. To quote who really said it, which was Heather Dubrow.
Okay.
If enough people say you're dead, you need to lie down. If enough people are saying, Shannon, you have a problem, she needs to look at it.
So Shannon's kind of still denying.
And she is still in denial somewhat. She'll say to you, I know I had a problem. I was using it in excess for the wrong things. But now I only stop it at 2 drinks.
Right.
When Tamara's saying, actually, I saw you sneak alcohol into your Diet Coke for our show. So that's not true. You have a problem.
Yeah.
And I think Shannon has gotten a lot better. I do think she clearly doesn't have full control over the use of it. So it's a little exhausting to watch. And we've watched Shannon be in just grade 10 disaster cortisol crisis mode for so many years now. That, I mean, the pools of tears that we could have from
So basically,
Shannon.
like, overall, it's like people want her to just get the help because everyone can tell she needs
We're
the
getting
help.
a little exhausted.
Gotcha.
We're getting a little exhausted.
It's like the
from
same thing
Shannon.
over and over again.
There's always something. I mean, she had the crazy divorce from David. She had the crazy crazy relationship with John, and then lost it with John. I mean, it's just... it's always a lot. It's always dramatic. She's always crying. So I
Right.
think that's kind of the feedback her friends give her of like, you're a lot, Shannon. Like, you
Yeah.
can be a lot.
Yeah.
But she is at a point where you can feel sorry for her because the ones that have been there to pick up her every phone call every night, who, to be fair, has been Tamara. Apparently not just once a day, like 6 times a day. Shannon calls her friend. She's known to do this and just complain and talk and
Yeah,
cry.
I couldn't do that.
And she's kind of had it up to here. But now the group's kind of divided. Now there's another posse of girls that are giving Shannon some attention and love in this hard time, which I think is good. She still needs friends.
Right.
I mean, she needs people in her life. Everyone deserves people in their life when they're going through a hard time. But yeah, it's a complicated question. I feel bad for her, and I also don't at times.
Yeah. You're making your bed.
She at this point, because I've been a hot mess before. I get it. Shannon's been the hot mess for so long now.
But there's a difference if you're a hot mess that has been in legal trouble, that is on TV, and everyone is telling you need help, and you are still denying it.
Kinda.
I get it.
That's kind of how it's coming across.
I get it. Well, I hope that she gets the help.
She gets the help that she needs.
Want to just keep with the Real Housewives and tell me what you know about New Jersey?
Okay.
Because I feel like we do need a bit of a Real Housewives roundup.
Oh, maybe that's what we should call it. The Real Housewives Roundup.
Ooh.
Cute. Maybe we should like make it a segment.
Because I've actually, since Salt Lake is coming out so soon, I decided to, because I was like watching Salt Lake, but it was taking me forever. I just skipped over season 3, immediately started season 4 where Monica comes in. I'm fucking loving it. They're at the Trixie Motel right now. I'm only a couple episodes in.
Oh, it's a great season.
No, yeah. I'm liking it way more than any season that
And
I've
you know
seen.
the twist at the end and you still think it's a great season? Or
Yeah,
maybe because you know
I
the
almost
twist.
think because I like
Yeah.
as I'm watching, I'm looking for the cracks of Monica, and I'm like, I can tell she's trying to solidify. I actually like Monica. I think she's fun to watch and like funny and different, and I think she has some really genuine scenes.
Yeah.
Like when she's talking about like how she bought a Louis Vuitton purse and she started crying. She's like, I'm not this person, but I just feel like I need to fit in. But it's so obvious. It's like, well, you're doing this to yourself. You're forcing yourself to fit in so you can exploit these people.
It just gets crazier and crazier.
I just saw Heather piss herself on the fucking Sprinter van. Heather just got really fucked up. I think Heather's funny, but that's the same.
Heather is funny. Do you still like her? I mean, she's kind of becoming polarizing among people.
Well, I didn't watch any of season 3.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what happened. I mean, I like her.
Have she and Whitney started to like go off the rails?
I know that they are beefing because this season kind of started with them like coming back together. I knew that they weren't really friends. I also heard it's bullshit and they're not even cousins.
Oh, I think it's like Mormon cousins. I think it's like cousin of. I mean, like me being related to Davy Crockett. It's not like he's my great-grandfather.
Caroline, you are blood related to Davy Crockett.
Well, I actually do have the trace back to him, but it's many generations. I bet it was like great something. You know how many relatives I have on 23andMe that are my fourth cousins?
Yeah, I have to kind of have the same.
It's just like hundreds.
What's your main percentage on 23andMe?
Oh, interesting. What do you think it is?
I know nothing about you. I have no idea what you are.
Well,
wait, and your names are Murdoch and Crockett. Big CK energy. Norwegian.
Well, I talked about being part Norwegian.
You
yeah.
did, okay.
But that's
wow,
not my
hell
main
yeah,
one.
memory.
Yeah, good for you.
Okay,
See,
what's your number
one?
one?
My 10% Scandinavian background. I think I'm 40% British and Irish.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, what about you?
Italian. I think I was like 84% Italian.
That's why you love Jersey Shore so much.
East Coast Italian. I would love for my brother to do it though, because my brother is like fair skin, blonde hair, blue eyes. And I do not think that he would get 84% Italian.
But isn't that not how it works?
I don't think that siblings have the same exact like gene, like that type of DNA.
I've always wondered this. But,
I think he could be.
I think they do. No?
No, because he could get more. Like my dad is 100% Italian and my mom is 50% Italian. I think I got more of like. So technically that should make me 75% Italian. But I'm like 84% Italian. So maybe I'm leaning more towards like my dad's side and my brother could lean more towards my mom.
Interesting. Because I know genetics, there's like recessive and stuff. I just didn't know about like where you're from is so interesting.
It's so fucking confusing. I also could be wrong.
I
had some British in me
I would
as well.
flip a coin on this one. I have no idea. But I'm surprised you're not bringing it full circle. A New Jersey's housewife fan.
I'm going to start the Real Housewives of New Jersey someday.
From season one?
Yes, because I know I'll love it. I love the Jersey Shore. I love everything about people from New Jersey. I wish I was from New Jersey. I channel that shit.
I always think you're from New Jersey.
I just love New Jersey. I mean, I'm from close to New Jersey.
Right.
But
You're not too far away, but you're not from like Tennessee.
Actually, my mom's mom is from Tennessee. I told you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So kind of a tough risky comparison.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I'm from
me.
close
I get
to
canceled.
it. Yeah, tell me about New Jersey.
Okay, look, I can't report the full news on this. I don't watch New Jersey cover to cover. I've only watched an episode here or there of every season and some reunions. So I know the broad strokes of everything, probably just as much as you do.
I love that song. Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I wish this would get better. I love that song.
She's talented and a beaut. I think she just had her first year of college. No, see, I'm going to stop saying small specifics because y'all know your shit and you're going to call me out on them. Okay, what I do know is that the show has had a lot of drama over the years, a ton. The biggest rift has been between the families of Melissa Gorga and her husband and his sister, Teresa Giudice. And they have been so unable to coexist that the show almost became unfun to watch because it was almost too much. It was almost too much drama.
Isn't that why it went on pause?
And then it went on pause.
Yeah,
so it went on pause. So there's rumors that Melissa and Teresa are saying changing their tune a bit.
Well, yeah, because they lost their fucking jobs.
Their
like
paycheck.
If I lost my jobs, I would be fake friends with someone too, just to have my job back.
Just get over it.
But people will know that that's
Although
fake.
I will say the drama in New Jersey is like some of the more hardcore drama.
No, those
among
bitches
the
fight.
Seasons.
They throw hands. I've seen some
They've
clips.
thrown hands and like there are affiliations like it's I don't know
Like
it's
mob
crazy.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know if they're true, but even have rumors about people getting beaten up by people. I mean, it's just
probably true.
It is crazy. So there's hope for you New Jersey fans if you want them to come back. But there also was a rumor that they might go the Roni legacy route and bring in fresh blood or just put it on pause permanently.
I'm trying to think of what I would like. I think that for fans, that show's been on for so long, and I feel like there's a lot of loose ends. People maybe would want one more season.
They'll never tie those loose ends.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
People hold grudges.
I think that's like the conclusion we got to. It's just like it's not going to happen.
Italians hold grudges. I remember when I was 16, my grandma said, "When you get a car, you can never buy a car from the Conicelli dealer."
What?
And I was like, because there was a big car dealership called Conacelli.
I was gonna say, what the fuck is a Conacelli
And I
dealer?
was like, why? And she was like, we don't like the Conacellis. Yeah.
That's all I have from New Jersey. That's all I have from Housewives.
I love a
That's the
housewife.
end of the Housewives Roundup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a super southern
We
segment,
should put
too.
on cowgirl hats when we talk about our. You know, we're actually kind of on to something. The Housewives Roundup.
Yeah.
Real Housewives Roundup.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I just got a text that my TikTok was featured on the challenge Reddit page.
Amazing.
I mean, it's really nothing, but that's fun that someone reposted me.
That's, again, a great segue to talk about the eras.
You know what? I really don't have that much to say about the
No,
challenge
you
battle
do,
of the
though.
eras.
You do, though. Tell me.
But there's, okay.
What are you thinking?
Well, I didn't love that the first 2 episodes was just eliminations. Like, I'm excited to get back into the regular show structure of the challenge, because basically it was like, well, we had the Era Invitational where they all like dressed up and drank, and that was fun and cute. I like that. But then it's like we had the first challenge, deliberations, and then the second episode was just 4 eliminations, which sure, that was cool, but it was exhausting watching 4 eliminations. 8 people go at it. I'm excited to go back to like see the house, people drinking, people fighting, people making out, then do a challenge, then do an elimination.
Curious of your thoughts on this, because that's what I say I miss about the challenge. If I were to have a thing back, it'd be like the way they used to party. And
Yeah.
the beginning of the challenge was just so crazy. And I know it was a different time, and there were problems with it, obviously, as well. I don't like support like binge drinking in that way, but it used to be more of a party and less political. Now they barely party. It's like an athletic show.
Well, it also used to be a lot easier, and they'd play to win fucking motorized scooters,
Oh
and
my
now they're
God,
playing for
Burger
$1 million.
King, baby.
They'd get so excited over winning a fucking iPod Nano.
Yeah, the snatch, whatever.
So it is different. I mean, like, I love that, like, that's why I love Era 1, because they're like, yeah,
I love Era
they're
1.
like, Katie's just here for a vacation. Like, it's,
Love Era 1.
I really do like it. I just wish that there were, okay, I'm going to contradict myself. I wish that there were like more people that I thought were worthy of being in some of these eras. Like, Wes isn't there. Jenna isn't there.
Why the fuck is Wes not there?
Wes retired. He said he's done.
He's the only one so far that I've watched in this season of the eras that I was like, why isn't he here?
I just watched the Challenge USA season 2, and
Yeah.
he was saying, this is my last challenge ever. I have a baby on the way. I'm
I'll
done.
say that. But like, it's just not the same without him. I'll
Yeah.
feed his ego, and I know he doesn't need it, Wes.
But then at the same time, I'm glad that there's some people that I'm like, I mean, like, I loved Brandon in the seasons he's been on, but he's only been on a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he went home. So, like, when he went home, I was sad, but I was like, meh, it's not like someone like Johnny Bananas going home this early, you know?
Thank God. And they were I mean, that's the thing with this format, right? They were at the risk of getting main characters out, like, at the beginning, which is at a risk for every season, but more so what they just did.
Putting Cara in the first elimination, I thought was so dumb. Like, you guys, it is called Battle of the Eras. I get it, Laurel and Johnny, that you don't fuck with Cara, but she's one of the strongest and best girls.
That's why they want her out.
Why would you, but they need her.
But that's then you
Laurel is, I actually like Laurel, hot fucking take. I just think she's fun to watch. I wouldn't want to be friends with her. But she's just scared of Cara. Laurel thinks she's so much better than Cara, but she's actually afraid because she can't have Cara beat her.
I will say it does feel like Laurel's season arc is always kind of hijacked when Cara Marie is there. Like, that always becomes the arc no matter what it is. Well, no, that's not true, because her Nicole had big arcs too. You're not there yet. Are you there yet?
No, I am. But actually, if you remember correctly, it was on Invasion of Champions, I think. Nicole actually had a crush on Cara before Laurel.
Was it Cara first?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But no, you're right. It kind of, the Laurel versus Cara kind of strayed away when it was Nicole and Laurel, which I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh, okay, we've had enough.
Ironically, what it's giving is when Johnny, spoiler for the Traitors US season 2, Johnny was voted out the first round.
Yeah.
And
Smart
I was
move, by the way.
like, that is just, if I were a producer, I would say, no,
Right.
no, don't do that.
Right.
I was so sad to see him go.
Well, actually, if you visit our friend Sydney Bucksbaum's
I was just about to
TikTok.
promote her too.
Second shout out that she's getting this episode. She just came out with a TikTok where Mark Long was saying that his puzzle was different than CT's puzzle.
Yeah.
In that first challenge where CT's puzzle had little, like a puzzle within the puzzle that helped him complete it quickly.
Yeah.
But not everyone had that puzzle.
Yeah.
So Sydney kind of makes the comment of like, is this getting
is it
a
a
bit
baked in way?
well, is it a way to get the people that you want to see, like CT and Bananas and Laurel, through while the people you don't really, quote, care about as much stay back?
I do think that all in all, amongst the 40, it's a pretty epic 40, I
Yeah.
think. Who else would you want to be there?
I love Jenna.
Oh, Jenna and Zach. No, we don't want Zach back.
Well, I understand why Zach's not there. I actually don't even think Zach's that good, but I think Jenna's amazing. Kayla had a really big presence.
You just like her because was Sheena's best friend in real life.
That would actually make me dislike her. But she has a presence. I mean, look, these people, it's like, I can differentiate who's good TV and who I would be friends with in real life.
That's
I
true.
wouldn't be friends with Kayla. Let me think who else. Like,
But Kayla gets. Oh,
well, go ahead.
no, it's a spoiler. It might be a spoiler. What? She got kicked off.
For what?
I can't recall what, but it wasn't good.
It's hard for me to even, that's another issue. It's hard for me to know who's been banned and who hasn't.
I know. And that's.
Because in my rewatch, I'm now currently in the middle of season 33, War of the Worlds. So I've been introduced to a lot of these new era people like Theo, Josh, Bear. That guy's fucking crazy.
Oh my God.
I
Bear.
know Kayla cheats on her boyfriend with Bear in one of the seasons. I learned that from TikTok. People, these challenge fans are posting spoilers up and down my comments.
I know. That's what Cindy was saying. You have to be careful which accounts you follow because
Yeah.
some will be like, just spoil.
But that's on me. I mean, these seasons came out like 4 years ago.
That's so true. Yeah.
I mean, it's my fault.
Hi,
I
the
didn't watch.
2000s are calling.
I want to tell you something really fast that I just saw like today before you came. It's about Joe from Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, okay.
Joe, my gosh.
Joe, my
I
gosh.
know. We haven't talked about her in a while.
Yeah.
She just posted a video, and I actually think my theory is she posted this video months ago. Schwartz told her to take it down, and she did. And it is a compilation video of photos and videos of her and Schwartz.
Oh, it was, yeah, of course. How could you forget
from
it?
when they were dating. Did you see it
Yes.
back when she posted it?
Yeah.
Well, now it's reposted.
What?
Yep, she just posted it yesterday. And
Joe, my gosh.
and the caption, let me see if it's even still up. The caption says, "Here we go. It took me months to post this, but it's so sweet. I wanted the world to see and know how wonderful whatever this was. This is me moving on." And of course, all the comments are like, "Bitch, you are not moving on. Why post this now? It seems really random." I mean, Schwartz was just in Mexico, like with his girlfriend. They're still together. And he just posted this huge reel compilation of them in Mexico together 3 days ago. And now she's posting this. I can't imagine her and Schwartz still talk. I can't imagine he thinks this is like cool.
Especially with the background of everything. If she put it up, then had to take it down.
I think it's the same exact video.
Oh my God. I'll have to take a look at it.
Yeah, it's Raquel commented on it. There are like some supportive comments, but it's just a bit much. So we'll see if anything happens with that.
Yikes, spikes. It's funny because I was like, I wonder if there's just like a random ass section where this has nothing to do with anything, but found it interesting. Like I was going to put Alan Cummings and Chimp Crazy on there. By the way, I would suggest watching it because, well, there's only been one episode that I've seen and it looks fucking nuts. But this other one was I started watching Griselda on Netflix.
Okay.
And I don't know, this might be an insult to, I don't know who it's an insult. No, it's a compliment to both of them. Well, she's in a lot of makeup. Whatever. I kept thinking it was Louann de Lesseps.
You thought Sofia Vergara as Griselda was Louann?
I'm not saying like whatever. I just kept every now and then the profile gave you like just a whip of it, just a tiny whiff, like the Lalabo that I'm wearing. That's super expensive and fancy.
Okay, I'm looking this up.
It's only like when she turned her head.
You know, actually, I kind of.
And her mannerisms.
It's the hair. I kind of.
Yeah.
If it's a stretch, I never would have personally thought
Yeah.
that. But I will validate you.
It's not
slightly.
Crazy Town. I thought that was funny. And then I wanted to give an update since we brought it up last week about Jeremy Maddix. He is out on bond for $80,000. He used a bond place where you can pay 10% of that. So he is free. We were wondering what the fuck is going on with
But what
that.
does that mean? He's just on bond until he like has like a court?
So bond is so that you don't run away. So you don't flee. So you will show up to your sentencing and arraignment date where they tell you what the fuck is up.
So you can go out on bond, but it's only so you can be not in a jail cell while you're waiting for your sentencing. So
Exactly.
what's the difference between bond and bail?
You post bail for your bond.
Oh, so bail is money.
I guess. Post bail for your bond. Yeah. Like your bond. Well, now you have me all twisted.
Like if someone says I bailed you out of jail.
I bailed you out of jail that I put,
Oh,
they
I
put
put
up
money.
the bond.
You put up
So
the
they-
bail money. So now you're out on bond. Or is bail and bond the same thing?
I think you say you put, they're out on bond. What makes me think you say you put up the bond. But that I also am now not sure.
Well, let me tell you what I know. The terms bail and bond are sometimes used
Kate, you lied. You
interchangeably.
cheating. You looked at Google.
They're sometimes used interchangeably, but they are not the same. Bail is paid out of the defendant's own pocket, while bonds are paid by a bail bond company. Bail requires the defendant to pay the full amount up front, while bonds only require defendants to pay 10 to 20%.
Holy
So now
shit,
we
that's
know.
a huge difference and
Yeah.
very fascinating. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Shame on me.
Well, we weren't necessarily wrong. It seems like a lot of people confuse this.
Yeah, but that is a big difference that because I use the two interchangeably that's very different. Like he's out on bond.
But I also feel like it's saying bail is paid out of the defendant's own pocket. I feel like people could bail you out though.
It's
just full money up front.
yeah, exactly. So bond include bondsmen, which are those spots you see on the side of the road. They're like, bond here.
I should have a bondsman on retainer just in case.
Yeah, you're so
In case
fucking bad.
in case that person I hit with my car hears this
No, I can't.
and they're like, "Oh fuck, I've been looking for that bitch. I hurt my neck."
Yeah. Well, yeah, shit. If
Don't.
you did.
Don't even think
Well,
about
if
it,
you
buddy.
did, you have a case, buddy, is what I'm saying. Just call her.
Carolyn.
I'm just kidding. He was fine. He said go Eagles or whatever they say. Fly on.
Go birds.
Go Birds.
Fly on. Fly on, sister. Fly on. Spread your wings and fly. Fly on.
I know. That's so funny to me. Okay.
Oh, no, it is. All right, so we have one episode this week, and you just listened to it.
That's it, folks.
Just doing a little gavity this week. But,
Just doing a gabby this week, figuring out our content for following weeks.
And don't forget, when's your birthday? September 12th?
Yes.
Carolyn's birthday is September 12th, and she only wants one thing for her birthday, and that is 1,000 YouTube subscribers.
That's all I want.
We're currently,
It's all I want.
let me tell you what we're currently at, though. So you guys know what we need. 969.
969?
Yeah, we're almost there.
Oh my God, guys, that's 31. You, out of all of us listening, know 31 people.
Tell
Truly.
one person to subscribe to us.
If you did it and you told one friend, we'd be great.
All right, well, we are actually going to go out and get some drinks now.
We might go to Jax's / Britt's and might see some karaoke, might not.
Who knows where the world
If we
will take
do,
us.
expect a story on our Instagram.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Either way, we'll still do something.
And until next time, thank you guys so much for listening. I love you so much.
We love you so, so much. And again, continue to let us know what you want to see next because we're still figuring it all out.
Bye.
Kisses, bye.